Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it is 11:02 on Edmonton Sports Talk. Thank you very much for being here today. We are live at the Windermere Boston Pizza. This lounge is absolutely terrific. And I've got a little blue moon ready to roll over here. Look at this. I gotta be careful. I don't want to spill anywhere. Let's do it. Game day. That's nice. Tommy will be set up for pre and post tonight at the Westgate Boston Pizza. But we are here at Windermere today. Swing on by for lunch. Be here for the Lock Shop, and then Tommy's coming by for the oil stream today as well. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Don't be shy. Hop into that chat as well. And over on looks like everybody really enjoyed the hangout today. Seeing some nice texts in about that as well. Gosh, this poor Dusty there all by himself. Well, the door is just open. There's an older gentleman that just rolled in over here. He's wearing like a nice suit jacket and stuff. Reminds me of my grandpa. So he's here early. I like that. And Tommy will be here around noon today. My hair is kind of a little bit of a mess. I got to try maybe tuck this in here or just let her rock. I don't know. Really messy there today. Whatever. We'll get through it. Huss is going to join us coming up right away from Winnipeg and Winnipeg Sports Talk. Of course, Lars says, nice to see you're getting your vitamin C, Dusty. It is true. I did put an orange in my blue moon. This is a very good beer. I mean, if I had to go my top 5 beers of all time, I'm looking at 6 o'clock lager, get it at Alley Cat. I'm looking at Apricot, get it at Alley Cat as well. I'm talking Blue Moon, and I'm not sure what my other two would be. I'm trying to think. It's got to be a list. But anyway, anything you can put an orange in, it's probably one of the best ways for me to stay healthy. The Lock Shop brought to you by Play Alberta, of course, the presenting sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk as well. We've already got a couple of plays up over on the website already. If you've not yet signed up for a code, use one of our codes. Get these codes done in May here because we're going to get new codes in June. So you want to make sure you use them. 100 sports on a $20 deposit, you'll get a $100 free bet. And YAG 50 on a $5 deposit, you get a $50 free bet. So even if you don't want to get into sports betting, I mean, you might as well take a run at a $50 free bet for a $5 deposit. That's just wise usage of money. Remember to play with your game sense at Play Alberta as well. Here's what we have up already. And on the Lock Shop today, Huss is going to join us. We'll recap last night's game in the National Hockey League. We'll set up the Oilers and Stars tonight. We'll take a look at the NBA last night. We will also give you our picks for the Charles Schwab Challenge. Scotty Scheffler, just a ridiculous number at this thing. Depending on where you look, it's like 2-1 plus 250, which is insane for a golf tournament. But we'll get into that a little bit as well. Rod Z already with some trends. I love that one. Carolina is now 1-13 in conference finals. Rod, we didn't even need a Rod Z trend for that one, buddy. And then he does say, bet against Dallas in home games on the money line in the first game of the playoff series. Dallas's record since 2023 is 0-6. Huss needs the link. Trev, if you're there, Huss needs the link. Got to send the link to Huss. In fact, I might be able to forward it to Huss here too. Got to do everything here, even on the road. Let's see. There we go. Huss, I'm sending the link to you. You'll be able to connect. I'm sure Trev sent it over as well. Yeah, there he is. Huss is going to hop in here right away. Here's what we've got up already over at playalberta.ca. The early bird bet of the day was from the Nielsen show this morning. That is Connor McDavid, 2+ points. McDavid has 30 points in 15 career game ones. So he's a 2-point per game guy in his career in game ones, even though the team's only 3-10 in their last 13 game ones. But one of those was against Dallas last year. So Connor McDavid, 2 points, Bouchard assist, Oilers on the money line. And the Oilers are a slight dog here in game one. They are technically a road dog. Plus 382 is what that early bird bet will get you. And then my play of the day, which I posted on social media, shout out Julius Randle. At him over 19.5 yesterday for my play of the day. He had 20 in the first half. Biggest no sweat bet of all time. Hyman with a point tonight, minus 102. Zach Hyman, just with a point, minus 102. That is Dusty's play of the day. You can get both of those over on the EST specials page at Play Alberta or on the Play Alberta app. You download it, you open it up, and you'll see right on the sports tab, boom, EST specials. You cannot miss it. All right. I mean, I wish Huss was here with me right now, sitting at a Boston Pizza, having a bevy. on a game day. This could have been Winnipeg and Edmonton. Mind you, he would have been in Winnipeg for this one, but he would have been here later on. There he is. Huss, what's up, my man? Happy game day for the Ed. Wait, is that a Diet Coke you're having? Not a Diet Pepsi? Or
no, that's a Diet Pepsi.
Oh,
DP,
God, scared
DP,
me for a second.
The standard.
Okay, yeah, my screen kind of went gray for a second. I thought you were drinking a Diet Coke.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're getting a little 11 a.m. cold one in right now. It's got to be a game day.
It's a game day.
You can't drink all day if you don't
double
start in the
Boston
morning.
pizzas today too, Huss. We're going Windermere Boston Pizza for lunch, and then Westgate Boston Pizza for pregame tonight.
How many items off the new BP playoff menu will you be knocking off today?
How good is that playoff menu?
It is elite. Yeah. It is elite. Like
I'm glad you're bringing that heat because we've been saying it for a month. Like that new playoff menu, I've had all of them. That poutine is absolutely insane. It's delicious. That menu is delicious.
I'll be honest, it blew me away. That maple gravy,
it's
that
so
they've got.
Good.
When I heard it, I'm like, does that really work? I don't know.
Oh, it works.
And then it's one of those things where we went to try a few of the things. And I totally understand how Tommy just kept eating the entire thing and cleaned out.
Don't you justify this?
It's every time you think that you're done, you're like, man, I just want to taste that one more time.
Yeah.
And you just keep hitting it.
Well,
so
the Nielson family loves Boston pizza. So we had Boston pizza one of the nights over the long weekend. And usually I'd be a brute guy. But my go-to order, my wife's always, she said, what do you want? I said, I want that Canadian poutine. And she goes, that's all you're going to have for supper? I said, that's all I need for supper. Don't worry about it. And she doesn't eat poutine. And whatever I have left over, she's kind of grabbing the tray and getting in on it because that gravy is, it's an all-time gravy. They have to keep it on the menu forever. Like it's too damn good. That can't just be a playoff item.
I as I said, I saw the incident that happened at EST, and then we tried it ourselves, and it all made sense. It all made sense after that. Triple pep pizza, outstanding.
Delicious.
Have you tried the Wingman pizza?
Yeah, I've tried them all. The Wingman pizza was something too, like boneless wings cut up and placed on a pizza.
Yeah, I mean, that totally worked. And then, I mean, listen, I stand for the BP wings. I mean, honestly.
Did you try the Atomic on that flight?
Well, no, because I mean, I can't even barely do the hot or like the normal.
We tried the Atomic on an oil stream, and buddy, I don't do hot either. Like I don't even do the hot. I would like give me.
So what happened?
Salt and pepper. Oh, it almost killed me. My lips were numb for like half an hour. What do you think happened? It was awful.
Well, it is funny. It is funny because I was there with one of my buddies, and we got the wing flights. And so we got like, I don't know, barbecue and honey garlic or something like that. And then we got one of the Atomics because he likes the hot stuff. So I'm like, yeah, no big deal. So whatever, we finished the wings and I went over and grabbed one of the carrots that was on the thing. And I didn't even think about it. And I stuck it into my mouth. And I guess this carrot orange had been sitting in the orange wing sauce and I didn't know it. And I was totally unprepared. That was the other thing. Like, you know, if you know you're going to eat something hot, you can sort of get mentally ready.
Yeah.
Dude, I got blindsided on a carrot by this, the Atomic hot sauce. So anyways, I'm envious of you. That looks like a very nice BP as well. Is that the one with the massive screen?
No, that one's at Clairview. That's where we were last month. But this is also a more modern lounge. This one's been here for a while, but this is a more modern lounge than a lot of the other Boston pizzas as well. I'm glad you brought that up because when we came in here for the first time last year for a live on location, I was like, holy shit, like look at this BP's. Like it's very, very fancy. It's a really nice lounge. Yeah, really nice.
You can tell.
This is the future. We're sitting in the future here right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine the BPs are going to be rocking all around Alberta tonight as we dive into the conference finals tonight.
The one at Westgate, right by West Edmonton Mall, where the pregame will be tonight. It'll be pumping. We've done every game won there so far, so you got to kind of stick to tradition.
Yeah.
And the chance in there is it's going to be a good time tonight. We'll get to that game. We'll get to last night's game. Huss, we can't bury the lead here. The tush push lives on.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that the Green Bay Packers didn't get their way?
Yeah, you know, I see the pros and cons of both of it. I mean, a lot of the things that the Packers put in their proposal, I thought were pretty much logical. I mean, and based around other rules. I mean, you can't catapult a player into the air to block a kick. There are a bunch of rules, and I think this was sort of in that gray area. But the fact of the matter is that every other team has tried to do this and has not had very much success whatsoever. The Eagles, even after Jason Kelce retired, which was interesting, because, I mean, he being the center is sort of the centerpiece of that entire thing. At a certain point, you just got to figure out a way to beat it. So I don't know whether I ever really thought that this was going to pass. I guess recently there was a lot more talk about it because it was officially being brought up, but I'm fine with it. I'd like to get revenge on the Eagles with their full arsenal of weapons. Yeah. I have made this plan. I'm locked in for a Chiefs home opener, week 2 against the Eagles.
Is it the Eagles and Chiefs week 2?
How good's that going to be?
Boy,
yeah, they start off in Brazil.
Who do the Chiefs play in week 1?
Chargers in Brazil.
Oh, the Brazil game. Yeah, I saw that.
So then they come back. That's a primetime game, I think, on a Friday. And then, the second Sunday of the year, the 3:25 game, Super Bowl rematch. So I will be there, and they can bring the tush push. We'll see. Have you heard anything about Rashee Rice? Just speaking of the Chiefs,
I have not actually. It's kind of been quiet on that front. I listened to a bunch of fantasy football podcasts, and he hasn't even really come up in that conversation.
No, I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's great. Mahomes has all these weapons," but I'm just waiting for the, remember the street racing thing that happened last year? Oh, yeah, he's getting clipped for 8 games. So, but that's been very, very quiet. I don't know. I'm now spending some off time just going through that NFL schedule. You know who I think is the best over bet right now?
Okay.
Is the Patriots.
What's the number?
The Patriots schedule, I think it's like 7.5. Put it this way, whatever it is.
8 wins for the Pats.
Well, dude, listen to this schedule. It was funny. They did a schedule review or whatever, their schedule release, and it was Dave Portnoy doing an emergency press conference, and he went through each game, talked about it, and funny enough, he got to 17-0 for them. But I mean, they're home to the Raiders, at the Dolphins, home to the Steelers, home to the Panthers, at the Bills. That'll be a tough game. But then they go at the Saints, at the Titans, Browns, Falcons, at Bucks, home to Jets, at the Bengals, home to the Giants, home to the Bills, at the Ravens, at the Jets, home to the Dolphins.
I'm looking at it 8.5 right now.
8.5.
I'll still take them over 8.5.
And what's the number on over 8.5?
Minus 125.
Okay, so wow. Yeah. So I think
actually, no. Over 8.5's minus 105.
Okay, yeah,
a little bit better. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, I think, as long as Drake May is the guy, they've had a great offseason. They got Mike Vrabel there.
They brought in Diggs, right? With something to prove.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That Titans game, like Vrabel going back to Tennessee, is what it's going to be. Cam Ward's 7th game in the NFL. I'll be hammering the Pats.
That'll be good. There's the what did I see? Oh, just back to the tush push thing. I loved seeing some tweets this morning on the most bet player prop of the year will be a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown against the Packers. I think they play in like week whatever it is, week 9 or something. That'll be the most bet player. The Packers are tush pushing, or the Eagles are going to tush push one in here against the Philadelphia or against the Green Bay Packers.
At Lambeau, in Lambeau in week 9.
Yeah, week 9
or week 10, the day before Remembrance Day. It's a primetime game. That looks like it's okay. That'll be Monday Night Football. So
All eyes on those guys. That'll be happening.
Have you gone through the Lions schedule at all?
I have not. I mean, Huss, we're on a cup run here. It's pretty busy right now, so I haven't had a chance to really dive into
on hockey. I get it.
Yeah, we'll get to. No, I haven't even. You know what? I haven't even looked at the Lions schedule. Let me see. What do we got? Do you have it?
The Chiefs of. I'm just looking at the Chiefs one right now. It's just that first place schedule.
Yeah.
Changes things quite a bit. I don't think the Chiefs and Lions play. Oh no, they do.
They do. Week 6. All right. So the Lions have Green Bay, Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Tampa, Minnesota, Washington, Philly. Oh man, that is that's a hell of a schedule. Baltimore, Cincy, Kansas City, Washington, and Philly all in the first 11 weeks. Back end, how's the back end look? The Rams, the Steelers, the Vikings, and then the Bears. You had the Giants mixed in there. That's a pretty tough schedule, though. What's their number at right now? I would assume that number's probably, what are the Lions at, 10.5? Let's see here. Detroit. 10.5, yeah. It's probably a fair number with that schedule.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, once you win the division and those 1-1 games, which are great for prime time, and you're getting a chance to see your team quite a bit, but you're dealing with some of the biggest and baddest teams in the National Football League. But now that the draft is done, we'll get to starting to think about rookie drafts in fantasy football. But first things first, Dusty, I could not believe there was a CFL preseason game on the weekend.
Yeah. On Monday, Calgary Stampeders picking up the big win.
When are you in the booth for the first time?
Victoria. And I have to, no preseason games for me, which I am so grateful for. Like, I love calling CFL action, but CFL preseason as a play-by-play guy, the absolute worst. I mean, you're prepping for 70 guys who you might never see again. Some teams, I've done games where the 2 guys have the same number on the same team because there's so many guys. So it's, I was very, very happy when I saw the schedule. I don't start until Friday Night Football, and Friday Night Football is going to be exciting this year. They've got some nice changes coming to Friday Night Football. So first Friday Night Football game in Montreal, Toronto and Montreal to kick off Friday Night Football with myself and Paul Lapalisse. So really excited for that one. I haven't been to Montreal in like 2 years. So
Lapo,
yeah, the
Canadian head coach
of the men's flag football
for
team.
the 2028 flag football team at the Olympics. I'm negotiating. I want to get on Lapo's staff.
Oh, I would love you being a member of the flag football staff.
Yeah.
Please
then
make that. Yeah, Lapo, Farm Attack, see what's up. Like,
I'm going to break down.
Is it a volunteer position? Are you looking for a volunteer position, Huss?
Listen, if I could go to the Olympics and be a part of the team, I would absolutely volunteer. I would.
You walking like out with the athletes would be the greatest thing of all time.
I want to be the big Dom of Canadian flag football, of what Dom is for the Eagles.
That's you. That's your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Big Huss on the sideline, red and white. Extra flags, like whatever they need.
That's
whatever they need. I'm gonna offer my services to Lapo in any fashion for our team.
I do enjoy
that. How did you achieve your Olympic dream? Well, it's funny.
Look, you're a team guy. You're a team guy. That's how it always is. Look at I was gonna say, because Norm from Cheers passed away yesterday. And when we were in Boston a few months ago, you had your Norm moment. You walked in, 2 cheers. We all yelled "Hustler." You gave us a little thing. And I thought about that when I saw George Wendt pass away yesterday. I was like, oh God, that's funny. That was a good time. That was a good moment when you walked in there. Legendary moment for him.
What a time. So so when you're talking to Lapa, you say, hey, is Huss been all over you? He wants to join the staff.
Well, I will see him in just over 2 weeks in Montreal. Say, Lapo, I got an insider for you, a guy who knows everything there is to know about flag football.
Right.
You know him as Huss, and he's ready to go.
I will break down. Lapo's going to be busy breaking down CFL tape.
Yeah.
I'll be busy breaking down flag football tape.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody has to help him. So there's that. I like let's try to make that happen. That's funny. All right, Huss, let's get to the National Hockey League last night. Florida Panthers. If you're a Carolina Hurricanes fan right now, I'd be pretty damn worried. You didn't really give up too much. They still pumped 5 by you last night.
Yeah, as I said, we talked about this yesterday. I mean, I'm on the Panthers for the series. I think we're getting a rematch of last year, which I'm fully here for. I think it'll be amazing. But I kind of thought that was Carolina's game to win. Like, now that they've lost that game in that fashion at home, I'm like, oh my God, are they going to get swept again? Is this going to be 4-0? I didn't even look at what the number for a Panthers sweep was yesterday because I thought, okay, it's not happening. But, man, they come in having gone the distance against Florida and just basically workmanlike go out and take care of business of a team that, was so hungry to get off to a good start, was rested, was playing at home. I mean, it's pretty hard to make much of an argument that the Canes have a lot of life in this series.
I know. That's the
after
thing.
The fact that they've lost.
Sounds crazy to be like it might be over, but it might be over us. Like that. I mean, if you can't take that one, if you're Carolina, how are you supposed to? Like, Florida already knows they have you. Like, after last night, Florida knows they got you. It's just a matter of time.
I'm surprised the series line actually isn't even more in favor of Florida right now. I mean, I've kind of looked around. I mean, you're looking at about 2-1 for the Panthers. I thought that might be like 3-1 after blowing home ice. I mean, there's still a favorite in tomorrow's game too. I guess.
Yeah.
But the Panthers are a different beast. And they're all like, did you see Gostisbehere shoot the puck at Marchand and then Brad just lost it?
Marchand jumps him, Gostisbehere swinging, but not dropping his gloves. Marchand gets 10. And you see Maurice after the game.
I didn't see Maurice. No,
I think it was actually Wyshynski. Somebody asked, do you have an impression, or what was your impression of the call on Marchand or something? And Maurice was like, I have one, but you're not going to get it. And so he basically didn't want to say anything to get himself in trouble. But Gostisbehere was clearly shooting that puck at Marchand, wasn't he? I mean, wrist right at him.
What percentage of NHL players do you think have thought of or wanted to do that in the past? 90?
All of them. Everyone who wasn't a Boston Bruin, essentially. So, I mean, he had his moment, but to me, the last thing you want is your Brad Marchand already getting in your head, which he clearly has. So, yeah, I think
he's the playoff man.
Maybe they get a game. I could totally see Carolina maybe winning game 2, Florida go home, take a couple, and then they just put their foot on their necks, take them down.
I mean, if Florida if the Canes do not win tomorrow in game 2 and they're down 0-2 going to Florida, and listen, Florida just played a 7-game series. They are planning to be in that Stanley Cup final. If they could have a nice, quick, short series,
they'd love that.
Like they have the last few years. I mean, it really does put you in a great spot come the Stanley Cup final. And I will say the same thing for Edmonton. I mean, we'll see how this goes. Dallas is a really good team. I don't think you can expect to just dispatch them in 4 or 5 games. But if you were able to do that, I mean, I really do think, let's just say that we get this Edmonton, Florida rematch. For a team like the Panthers, I would suggest that a quick series is so important, considering the fact that they just went the distance and did that 7-gamer with the Leafs. Oilers, not so much. I mean, they've had, they did themselves a big favor by getting rid of Vegas in 5 games. It'll be interesting to see whether there's any sort of rust or whether they come out right back in when we're talking about tonight's game overall. But listen, if one team wins their conference championship in 5 games and the other one has to go all the way to 7 and then get right back at it, it'll be a big, big advantage for the team with a better rest. So, listen, the Panthers have done their job as the team without home ice. Now it's time for the Oilers to go in and do that. And I saw Rod Z in the chat talking about, this might be a nice night to get on the Oilers. Even if you think Dallas can win the series or it's going to go deep, Dallas's history of home games in game number 1, not particularly great.
Yeah, are they 0-6, I think, in their last 6 game ones on the money line. So Dallas, and not that the Oilers have been great in game ones either, but Dallas actually has been worse in game ones. I want to get to this text from Coach Mike Huss. It's directed to you guys. I'm sure Huss touched on it a little bit yesterday, but if a few bounces go Winnipeg's way, then it's Jets and Oilers, right? Is that? I mean, was it that close, Huss? A couple bounces here or there, and it's the Winnipeg series, yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there wasn't really a single game that Dallas was clearly better than the Jets. I mean, game number 1 is where, we kind of spent some time lamenting it yesterday. I mean, Ranton got a couple goals, like a whack in on a puck, the power play. And he was actually playing a double shifting a couple times with the fourth line when he scored in that game number 1. And it just, I mean, that was less than 2 days after the game 7 win for the Jets. And there just wasn't the juice in that game. But I mean, that was a 50-50 game that could have gone either way. Jets shut him out 4-0 in game 2. Game 3's 2-2 in the third period. And then the very controversial goal that was allowed off the kick kind of sent that thing in a spiral. They scored right afterwards and won that game. But that was incredibly close. I mean, the Jets should have won game 4. I mean, I was there. I still walked out after the game going, how the hell did we lose that game? I think the shot attempts were 75-42.
Yeah, like 5-on-5, the Stars have kind of been caved a bit in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, the Jets were right there. They come back with a 4-0 shutout. And then, I mean, the game on Saturday ends up going to overtime. And I mean, Mason Appleton misses a wide open net, with a couple minutes left in the third period. So, yeah, I mean, listen, and this is what happens when you've got really good teams playing against each other. And I would imagine it'll be the same thing in this series. Like one mistake, your goalie letting a bad one in, like that can just be the difference in a game. I mean, neither one of these teams are so much better than the other that they can afford to, make big mistakes, give up goals. Where are the Oilers special teams at right now? Because I'll tell you,
not as good as Dallas is. Not as good as Dallas is. That's the thing. Like 5-on-5, I think the Oilers have a pretty significant advantage in this series. But special teams are interesting because the Oilers' power play at home has actually been pretty good, but their power play on the road has been a disaster so far. And their penalty kill is only at 66%. Dallas's is at 86%. And the Oilers' penalty kill obviously was horrible against the Kings. Remember the first 3-4 games, and they're still sort of trying to recover from that, I think. So it has been better. But Dallas, statistically at least, does have the advantage on both the power play and the penalty kill, at least so far in the playoffs heading into this one, which is another reason why I think the 5-on-5 is such a big advantage for the Oilers if the special teams can't really get rolling. And the other thing I wanted to ask you, Huss, is just looking at some of the numbers, they aren't very impressive. Outside of that finish line with Rantanen and Hintz, what were the middle 6 lines like for Dallas against Winnipeg?
I mean, they were not effective in scoring goals. Like Duchesne has a 0 beside his name so right now. Yeah. Jason Robertson was really quiet. I think Johnson maybe scored on the power play earlier on, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, as I said, I know Switty the welder is giving it to the Jets. So Oilers in 5, Oilers aren't the Jets. Why is the talk about the Jets? They blew it. I mean, I guess you can say that they did, but I'm just telling you right now, guys, you get down to the final 8, the final 4 teams, these teams are all good. I mean, like, listen, if the Oilers can go in and sweep the Dallas Stars and show that they're far and away the best team, credit to them. I am not expecting that. Like, I think they're going to have to really work and earn this. But I will say this. I think Dallas is going to need to raise their level of play, particularly on that middle 6. I mean, they're going to need to get more production from those guys. Now, listen, they were going up against Winnipeg, who's been the best defensive team all year. So, I mean, that I'm sure plays into it. I mean, I think the Jets shut Dallas out, twice in the series, once in that final game of the season, and then 2 other times they held them to 1. So they know each other well. The Jets have a pretty good game plan against Dallas, and I think they work that through. It's going to be a little bit of both. The Edmonton Oilers are going to need to be playing some pretty stout defense at 5-on-5. But as they say, even if a couple goes in, I think the offensive power of the Oilers is on another level. And it'll be getting to Jake Ottinger. Because listen, if you want to ask me one difference in the series, Ottinger at the end through 6 games was better than Hellebuck. And in particular, in a couple games. And, that series, probably based on the way it was played, should have been at 7. Should have gone to 7. But game 4 in particular was a game that, kind of got stole by the goalie. So, all that's coming in. But I do like the Oilers. I just think that the Oilers, with their top end guys in Draisaitl and McDavid, as well as, the Hymans, Evander Kane, the way he's playing.
Been good, yep.
If they play the way they did against the Vegas Golden Knights, I fully expect them to win. How effective Dallas can be against Edmonton is another story. And again, what was the series last year between these teams?
So it was the Oilers won game 1 in double overtime, a McDavid winner.
Yeah.
Then they dropped game 2, dropped game 3, and then won game 4, game 5, and game 6. So they won the final 3 games of that series to take it in 6 last year. And Stuart Skinner had a .922 save percentage in the series last year, which was massive. It was his best series of the playoffs. So including game 6 when they were absolutely, Tommy, what were the shots in game 6 last year, Dow? 41-10 or something like that? Yeah, it was like 41-10, the shots last year in game 6, and Skinner stood on his head and the Oilers won game 6. So, they won 3 in a row to finish them off last year. So, I think the popular picks are kind of Dallas or Edmonton in 6 or 7. That's what you're feeling here as well, Huss?
I took Edmonton in 6. I think that the Oilers can find a way to win one of these games on the road and hold serve at home. It would be. Listen, could I see this series going the distance? Absolutely. I think. Listen, Pete DeBoer is 9-0 in game 7s, so not only in this series, I think it's in your best interest to win it before you get to a 7th game, but also for what that means going into the Cup final. And this is the one thing why I kind of feel like Edmonton is in a much better situation here is that, first of all, we've been comparing a lot of things to the Leafs lately. And obviously the way the Jets went out to the Leafs, it's kind of been a fun conversation because I think the Jets really go out this season with their heads held high, moving in a positive direction, accomplishing a lot. And then you saw the way the Leafs went out. But someone was bringing up yesterday, remember that behind-the-scenes story on the Oilers and the Cup and McDavid just like losing his mind?
Yeah, the Amazon Prime afterwards.
Yeah. And comparing that to the Leafs that just seem to have a complete lack of emotion. I bring this up because I do think McDavid is the captain. He's the driver. He will. I don't think anyone on this team is going to have any choice on being completely locked in right from the get-go with a singular focus on doing everything they can to win the Stanley Cup. And I think that's very, very good for the Edmonton Oilers. He like those guys were a little quiet just from a points perspective. Yeah. What are you thinking about it's always really high series point totals for guys like McDavid and Draisaitl. Are we at a point where they don't need those guys to, score double digits in the series to go over because the team is playing well enough, both defensively and they're getting scoring elsewhere? Or are we back to, okay, they're going up against a damn good team in the Dallas Stars. And if they're going to win, it's going to be McDavid probably putting up a couple points a night.
Yeah, I think this is a lame answer. I think we're close to that, but maybe not there just yet. And against Dallas last year was interesting because Leon, I think, only had 4 points in 6 games against Dallas, but McDavid had 10 last year. Like, Heiskanen is a really good defenseman, and you can talk about what you saw from him against Winnipeg, but the Oilers have never really had a problem with Heiskanen. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they can skate as well as he can skate, and that might be what makes him so good against other guys. But Heiskanen does not scare me as an Oilers guy who knows they've got Connor McDavid attacking him all night. So I'd probably lean toward, and Draisaitl's been fighting the puck a little bit, so I'd probably lean towards series overs on McDavid. And then if the number's very similar for Leon, I might I might consider the under there because some of these other guys have stepped up so well. And I believe Connor Brown is listed as a game time decision tonight. So if Connor Brown won't go, Victor Arvidsson would draw back in, which is nice depth to being able to go like bring a Victor Arvidsson off the bench for you, which I think will go a long way as well. So I said this morning, I do think goals will be easier to come by for the Oilers in this series than that series against Vegas. I mean, Dallas' blue line's good, but Vegas' blue line is better, in my opinion. So I think Ottinger's different. I mean, Ottinger can be a beast. He hasn't really had a bad game yet in these playoffs. But I think it might be easier for the Oilers to score in this series than it was in the last one.
What's it going to take for Jeff Skinner to get into another playoff game?
I mean, I literally think that's impossible. they would have to. Well, I mean, 2 injuries probably get Skinner back in, but
he's not next man up right now.
Like Arvidsson's next man up right now, and then I guess it would probably be Skinner, depending on who gets hurt or who has to come out.
Yeah.
So, but not automatic. I mean, he only played one game. He did have a point in that game, but then they got healthy, and Kane came back, and Frederick came back, and he's just sort of been the odd man out. And even Arvidsson. I mean, those are the 2 sort of big free agent signings up front in the offseason. Arvidsson and Skinner, and they were scratched for the last couple of games. In that
cost you guys Broberg, Broberg and Holloway.
Yeah, those guys aren't even playing. Well, it looks like Arvidsson might play tonight, so we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Should be a great game tonight, and we'll see. Ekholm likely to return at some point.
That's the biggest
series as well. That's a big one too.
To me, from outside, and having been in the Central for so long and watched what he did for Nashville all those years, and the impact he made last season. When he was out, I mean, I think a lot of people, I know some people say, well, people thought that the Kings might be going to beat the Oilers this year or the Vegas Golden Knights. A big part of that was that they didn't trust the Oilers defense and knew that they were missing that horse on the blue line in Ekholm. You guys get Ekholm back in the next couple of games with the way that this team's playing right now. No, listen, I'm very high on your guys' chances right now. I love them to win this series. I've got them at, I don't even know what the number is, plus 450 or something like that to win the series in 6 games. But it wouldn't surprise me if they get off to a good start, if they could do it quicker. And then assuming that it is Panthers, Oilers, I bet that series basically goes off at pretty close to a pick'em.
Yeah, it would be pretty damn close to straight up pick'em, I would think as well. Maybe Florida favored a little bit, Huss. Like if you had to lean one way with a favorite, would it be maybe Florida?
Me personally, I think I'd say
this might be a pick'em. This might be a pick'em.
I think I'd maybe I would make the argument for Edmonton, but it's the old Ric Flair, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And the Panthers are the man. They've got the belt. They're looking very much up to the task of defending it right now. But I think I just think that experience of getting there to the finish line last year is going to be huge for a team that hadn't done that before. And what did Florida do the year before? I mean, they were the team that had the long run. Like, sometimes you got to lose to win. And the Oilers did enough winning, but they lost in the series that counted last year. Now, when I look at this Oiler team, it seems like certainly what they did against Vegas, because that was as impressive all around. It wasn't just leaning on the 2 superstars to score more goals than the other team. I mean, they shut them down. You got the goaltending. I mean, the biggest thing right now, I mean, if Ottinger outplays Skinner by a wide margin, it'll be tough to win. But if the goaltending for Edmonton can stay there with Dallas, I think the Oilers are playing in the Cup final again.
Yeah, I would agree as well. All right, let's slide on over to golf, where Scottie Scheffler absolutely ran away with the PGA Championship. The number you're getting on him at Charles Schwab this week is insane. I've seen him anywhere from like 2 to 250. Which is just unheard of for a golf tournament. It's
the lowest I've ever heard.
It's
Tiger Woods.
It's nuts. Like it's absolutely nuts. Now, so he's coming in hot, and his last 3 trips here, P2, T3, T2. So he's been all around. I can see why he is a significant favorite, but nobody else is even close to him. There's no Rory here. There's none of those guys from the Live Tour. I can't back Scotty at a number that low for a golf tournament. I can't do it. As good as he is, I can't do that. That's insane.
Listen, I've always been with you on this, and it was just, I mean, how do we bet?
Are you throwing Scotty in here?
Well, I mean, listen, there is part of me that just says, instead of making like 4 $25 bets and a couple, you know what?
Just put it all on.
I'm putting the whole stack on Scotty and watching him go win this tournament. Like, okay, this is the Colonial. It's in Dallas. He lives in Dallas. And I think it speaks a lot to Scheffler with just how he's wired. I mean, what did he want to do? He wanted to win the major, and he got that done. But it was an elevated event the week before going into it, where most of the big guys were there. He took it off. He goes out, barnstorms the entire field, wins his third major, gets a Wanamaker trophy. And then while everyone else is kind of taking this week off because it's not the elevated event, he's like, no, home game, I'm playing at the Colonial. And I mean, I don't know, man, like his last 2 starts, he was 30 something under when he won 3 weeks ago.
Did Tiger ever win 3 in a row? Like 3?
Oh yeah. Tiger actually won. I think Tiger might've won 6 or 7 straight events.
No, he didn't.
At one point. We've got to look this up, but
somebody let us know. Somebody look this up.
Most
consecutive event wins in PGA Tour history, maybe?
Yeah, the longest winning streak on the PGA Tour.
Well, Byron Nelson won 11 straight in 1945.
Okay, but Tiger Woods 7 between 06 and 07.
Jeez, and then he won 6 in 99, 2000, and won 5 in 07, 08 straight. God. Okay, that's pretty damn impressive. Mind you, if Scotty were to win 3 this week, only people to win 4 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only happened 8 times to win 4 in a row. And Tiger did it 3 of those 8 times. Ben Hogan did it twice. Byron Nelson did it twice. Now that's okay. I mean,
he's live. Listen, as I say, like I mean, it's always more fun to, pick a couple guys you think have a good chance near the top, a couple more long shots, and you got some plays. But I mean, this tournament feels like it's Scotty Scheffler versus the field.
Yeah. Well, and the odds are that way. I mean, that's kind of what it's looking like. You can't find anybody else within inside 20 to 1. And we're gonna start seeing books, and I'm not sure if PA is doing this, but for tournaments like this, basically just setting odds without Scotty Scheffler. Yeah, that's it.
And essentially finishing second is like winning the tournament when it comes to this. Outside of Scheffler, though, I mean, if we want to look further down the field, I mean, Daniel Berger's been playing some good golf. This is the place where he's done well in the past. I think he's sort of live. I love Tommy Fleetwood, but I'm not falling for Tommy. We might hit Tommy at the Canadian Open in a few weeks. And you know what? I think I'll maybe look at Jordan Spieth. And Spieth for a top 5, between 4 and 5 to 1, for a top 10. I mean, I do like the home cooking guys that have played in this tournament before, that know the course well, that'll really care and want to be doing well in front of all their friends and family and taking advantage of that. So those Dallas guys, to me, are looking good. And then there's one other guy that, now listen, let me see if I have this right. This can go a number of ways. But the 12:45 tee time tomorrow is Scotty Scheffler, is Daniel Berger, and Davis Riley.
Davis Riley
just T2'd at the PGA. And he won this tournament last year by 3 or 4 strokes. So, again, it's very, very hard to stare down Scotty Scheffler and put your hard-earned money on players not named Scotty Scheffler right now. And who knows how this goes. I mean, Davis Riley could be 10 shots back after the first round. I mean, how he handles playing in that feature group with Scheffler as the defending champion, I guess we'll see. But man, coming off a T2 at a major to a place where you won last year,
yeah,
as a 50-1 long shot. I mean, if you're looking for someone down the board that, you know, ticks off some course history, playing relatively well, like in the very short period of time, Davis Riley would be that guy. But again, I mean, we run down, and here's the other thing. If you look at the former winners of the Charles Schwab, there have been a lot of guys that I think that have won this tournament at some pretty long numbers. Like here are the winners for this tournament in recent years. You had Riley last year, and he won by 5 over Bradley and Scotty Scheffler. So he really did play at a really, really high level, and it wasn't that close. But 2023 was Emiliano Grillo. 22 was Sam Burns, who beat Scheffler in a playoff. Kokrak won in 2021, beating Jordan Spieth. And then there's Daniel Berger in 2020, who won in a playoff against Colin Morikawa. Spieth won the event in 2016 over Harris English. So it has been a while. But the two guys I like that if you're looking at guys that could realistically win, not named Scotty Scheffler, Spieth and Berger in and around that 25 number. Davis Riley, defending champ, coming off a T2 at the PGA at 50-1. But there's a reason why these guys are getting 50s and 25s. It's because Scotty Scheffler's in the field, and he's in between 2 and 2.5-1. And no one seems to have an answer right now for a guy that is clearly the number one player in the world.
Just a couple other plays that I'm on, and then I'm just kind of looking at a little parlay here. Berger was one of the guys that I was on. 9 top 25s this year. He's finished top 3 twice already. Aaron Rye, I don't mind in this spot as well. He's got 7 top 25s. And a little bit further down the board, he's at 40-1. Bobby Mack, he's got 4 top 15 finishes in 12 starts so far this year. He was a solo 9th at the Players' Championship, and he's 20th in strokes gained tee to green. And this is, of course, where precision from tee to green will obviously play for you a little bit. What do we think about? Just, I mean, if you want to get on Scotty, get on Scotty. I was thinking maybe Scotty like as a top 5 new parlay, but I mean, I like Berger as well. Jordan Spieth, the all-time win money leader at Colonial, and then we put Davis Riley in there. It's just top 20s. Berger, Spieth, and Riley. Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all the Berger and Riley are in that group. Again, you know, when you're looking, I mean, it's a big field, a lot of people playing in it, but those guys all have history at the course. They're playing well. For top 20s, I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm just looking at, you know, those numbers. Yeah, and it's plus money for all those guys.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler, I'm just looking at some of these, like the placings. Minus 625 for a top 20 in a PGA Tour is just absolutely nuts. And you know what you might want to do is just take out a second mortgage on your home and put it all on Scheffler to make the cut.
Oh, oh man. Can you imagine if you do that and Scotty Scheffler doesn't make the cut?
Yeah.
He's been red hot.
You know, it just wins. Oh, a WD after the first round.
Yeah.
Got a sore in his finger.
You can still rent. You can still go rent somewhere. What's coming up on WST today, buddy?
Well, a lot more. We're hearing from Kevin Cheveldayoff and Scott Arneal, who were speaking just in the last hour. So sort of those end. We've got plenty more players. This whole week is sort of going to be a season wrap up. And of course, we're going to get ready for you guys. The battle for the West that we wanted to be in, but third place doesn't get you in. Edmonton, Dallas tonight. And I can tell you a lot of Winnipeg people pulling for you guys. Despite our long history,
now we're getting revenge for you. We're getting revenge for you against Dallas.
Yeah.
Take them out for you.
Yeah. Well, As they say, I don't have a lot of love for that Dallas team right now. Although I respect them way more than St. Louis, I will tell you that. Like the first round really did create a real rivalry that's going to last with the St. Louis Blues.
I like that.
And the way
you guys
the
didn't
Jets
have one
beat them,
before, right? Was there a Winnipeg? Was there anything? Any history
I
between
mean,
the Blues and Jets?
like, listen, just like any team in the division that you play quite often, maybe you don't particularly like them, but a series like that for 7 games with an end like that, I mean, it's broken a ton of Blues fans. I mean, they're still in our mentions. I mean, they just haven't gotten over it. But anyways, go Oilers. Good luck tonight. I'll be on them at plus 110. And did get a winner last night with OKC. Took the -7. Took the -7.5. I moved that line to get basically even money, and they ran away with it. Can the Pacers get the win on the road to start it off? Halliburton, the heel, plus, well, I mean, nice, between plus 150, plus 160, I would say, probably for this Pacers team. Everyone's loving the Knicks. I'm loving the Pacers.
Yeah,
So,
you know what I like? I like the over on Pascal Siakam tonight as well. Halliburton's been kind of hit and miss, but Siakam's usually a good steady. He's a good steady, and he's got some bigger game experience compared to some of these other guys too. So I think I like Siakam on the over tonight as well. Huss, we'll let you go. Winnipeg Sports Talk's coming up here in about 7 minutes over on WST. Tommy Gazzola is ready to roll. We're going to get into the oil stream here on a game day as well, in our first of 2 stops today at Boston Pizzas. If you're in the Windermere, Terwilliger, southwest area of the city, swing on by, pop in for lunch. We're going to be going live with the oil stream coming up here right away.
Over under 1.5 Canadian All-Star poutines for Dustin Nielson today with 2 stops at BP.
I mean, if Tammy's not listening or watching right now, I'd probably take the over 1.5. But,
I figured.
If she is watching or listening, the hubby's on waters today.
Just put the beer over there.
Yeah,
Pick up the water.
I'm on the waters today. All right, Huss, you have a good show today, man. We'll let you slide out.
Later.
There you go. That is Huss from Winnipeg Sports Talk. That's coming up right away as well. Let me just pop over. I have sent our golf parlay over to the boys. They're going to hop on that here right away. Jay's play of the day is going to be ready to go as well. I got to send that over here between shows. We've got 3 plays already up on the EST specials page over at Play Alberta. If you've not yet downloaded the Play Alberta app, do that as well. It's like any app. I mean, you want to get on it a bit. You want to, start to feel it around a little bit. Once you get the hang of it, actually, pretty smooth operation. Here's what we got. Early bird bet. McDavid, 2+ points. Bouchard assist. Oilers to win, plus 382 if you want a piece of the Oilers tonight. Also, if you want a piece of the Oilers tonight, Zach Hyman just with a point, minus 102. That's Dusty's play of the day. You saw that pop up on Twitter a little bit earlier on. And then the grandest of parlays, the DGen Den, cooking as per usual. Sweden to win money line at the World Championships. Corey Perry, 1+ point tonight. Evander Kane, 3+ shots on goal. And the Phillies to win tonight, plus 1082. So that's plus 1,082 on the grandest of parlays. And then I did just send over what we put together here in the lock shop. The boys, they just messaged me back, said they're on it. Jordan Spieth, Davis Riley, Daniel Berger to all finish top 20 at the Charles Schwab Challenge. So you'll be able to find that up. That'll probably be up in about 5 minutes as well. And then I'll throw Jay's play of the day. Actually, Jay did send me his play of the day. What is he? What's he got here? Connor McDavid goal plus 147, playing it straight. McDavid goal plus 147. Connor McDavid is the all-time NHL points per game leader in game ones. So read into that as you may. The oil stream is coming up next right here from Boston Pizza in Windermere. Myself and Tom Gazzola getting ready for game 1. That is going to do it for the lock shop today. Thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.